Hey everybody, it's Rebecca at Design and Adorn, and I would like to show you the kits that we have ready for tomorrow evening. So on Friday the 26th, we're going to be debuting some new Picturesque kits. I am wearing a Picturesque necklace. This is not one of them that's going to be featured in the show. We have all new art for this time. Let me show you what these guys look like. So, this is the Picturesque necklace. So you're going to have your pendant in the front. This is going to be on beaded kumihimo with size 11 delicas. We're framing the pendant with two sections of spirals with 3mm fire polish. And check that out. Our spirals do go in opposite directions, so that's going to be a fun skill for you to learn. And then we're going to finish it with magnetic end caps hidden under peyote stitch end cap covers. I have, I think, 20-ish, 23, something like that, items in the show. And I'm just going to run through them. Some of them are multiples of the same thing where they're like similar but different. So this is number 1. I'm going to keep these in order. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So 1 through 4, they're all going to have the same soup because they're all made from the same fabric. So this is a 1930s vintage silk collar. So this fabric has been reclaimed. This could no longer be worn as clothing anymore, but it gets to have a new life as wearable art. So that's very cool. So they're all different. So you can see, there's a front and the back. So that's the same concept with all of these pendants, right? So whatever the art is, it's sandwiched between two pieces of glass that have been soldered together. And on these, you just get to see both sides of the collar and some really interesting details in here. So for the bead soup, we pulled out this really rich blue. We have sort of a blend of navy blue and royal blue to capture like this rich blue in here. And then we have accents of some of this like lighter turquoise that's in here. This is just really going to be so pretty together. And then the accent color in all of these pendants is a plum. So that's what we're going to use for the fire polish that spirals on the side of the necklace. All right, and again, I got to keep these in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when you go to shop the show tomorrow, there'll be photos of each thing, and it'll have, they'll be clearly numbered so you can see what's what. This is another one where we have fabric that's been cut. So we made 2 different pendants here. So this is 5 and 6. Let's see where my little numbers are. All right, so 5 and 6. So I think this was some sort of like flour or grain sack, I think is what she said. To me, it has a very like tiki lounge vibe, right? With these really like enthusiastic flowers, this beautiful red, white, and blue flowers. You can see the fabric on both sides. And such sweet little baubles here. So for the soup, we're going to have a blend of whites, different shimmering whites. We have some opaque, some that are a little bit more translucent, and just like a little pop of the red and the blue. And then for the fire polish, we're going to really pick up the blue and these flowers, and that's going to spiral on our Picturesque necklace. All right, so 6 and 5. Let's put those in order. Number 7, this is an art print for fall. I have a couple of these. So on one side, you have this pumpkin, and it says harvest at the top. And I'm not sure if this is going to capture on camera. Oh, I think maybe you can kind of see there's some detailing on the pumpkin where there's a really fine line of glitter fully encased in the glass, so you can't get glitter anywhere, but you get that really pretty sparkle on there. And then when you flip it over, we have a majestic turkey. So you can wear this all throughout the fall. You can wear it the whole fall season. You can wear it for Halloween. And then on Turkey Day, you can flip this over and have a Thanksgiving necklace. And one thing I like about these, and I don't normally call out the baubles too much because even within a group of pendants where they're all the same, sometimes the baubles vary a little bit, but on this one, they all have one of these pumpkin charms. And I just love how it was wrapped. Look at that. So it's a lampwork pumpkin bead, wire wrapped with all these little curlicues like it's on a vine. I think it's just adorable. So that's number 7. Oh, and look at that with the bead soup there. So we're really playing up those rich pumpkin colors. So we have the pumpkin, we have some of this golden yellow in there, just a little hint of the green from the vine. Such a pretty colorway. All right, now let me come bobble these. So we have a whole collection of fall here. So number 8, and we've made another soup with this pumpkin theme. So this one has even more of that gold in there. Look how like beautiful, like golden squash colored that is inside of this pumpkin. So we have some beautiful like silver lined topaz and some rich oranges in there. Really earthy, beautiful for fall. And this is another one of those where it's double-sided art. So on one side, you have the pumpkin and it says autumn, and on the back you have this autumn-themed garden scene where you have some, if you look closely at them, can I zoom in? I think these are squash. They're flowers blooming, but then the fruit, they're squash. So like that's, I don't know if it's a pumpkin per se, but these are some squash on there. So that's number 8. All right, so the next set of these, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, they were all cut from the same vintage hanky, mint condition, just absolutely perfect. So they're all different, different shapes and sizes. So I'll show a couple of them at the same time so you can sort of get like a sense of the scale of these. I just love this color. So for this soup, we have perfectly captured this soft olive green. It's like a Spanish olive in there. And then this vibrant pop of turquoise, and then a little hint of this darker burnt orange, and then some of this marigold. It's fabulous. And then on these, they all have different baubles. This one has a turquoise, acorn. Number 10, this long thin one, has a reminiscent of a pumpkin. Number 11 has an orange acorn. So these are all unique. Oh, and one thing I really like about this, and again, hard to see on camera, but they're translucent. So 9, 10, 11, these back in their spots. And then 12 and 13. So I have 5 of them that are cut from the same vintage hanky. I can't decide which one is my favorite. If these don't immediately sell out, I'm going to have to get one for myself. I normally try to like wait until the end of the show, but this is 100% my color scheme, and oh, I love it. I love it. I don't even know like which one to choose because I love them all. All right, so I have carefully numbered boxes to put them back into so I don't confuse myself. And then we have one more that's also a vintage hanky, but it's a different background color. So you can see it has the same same leaves, but it's on a white background. So this is number 14. So here we made our soup to go with the fall leaf, right? So we have amber and topaz and marigold in here, and then just like a little bit of this soft cream for the background. And for the turquoise, we're going to pick that up here out of the leaf and pop that right there with the fire polish. And then look, this one also has a turquoise acorn, so that's going to be perfect. Only have one of that one. Number 15. This one you could really wear any time of year. I do think of sunflowers as a fall flower, but you can absolutely wear sunflowers year round. This is a beautiful golden sunflower, different sunflower art on each side. So we've really pulled out all of these warm golden tones. So we have some of the more like opaque medium yellows, but then also this lighter, more ethereal, like a silver lined gold, little splash of gold and frosted topaz in there. Really pretty, nice warm mix. This would be a really beautiful pop of color that you could wear throughout the year. So that's number 15. And then our design for Halloween, quoth the raven. So we have a raven on one side wearing a pointy, stylized witch's hat. And on the other side, we have a very, very chill cat. This cat is giving me Wednesday Addams vibes. This is Trick or Treat. And she has this bright orange pumpkin, one of those little like trick-or-treating baskets that the kiddos take around. So we're going to put this on just a blend of blacks and hematite and white, silver in there. And then we're just going to pick up this sparkly silver for the fire polish. I didn't want to go orange for the spiral. Even though it has some orange in here, I just felt like it wasn't the vibe, right? Like I wanted that pop of orange to be the only orange, and especially if you were on the raven side. And you do have a little bit of orange down here in the baubles, but I thought the silver and the black, just keep it super cool. Oh, and then we're getting into our Christmas collection, and these are mostly mid-century art style. So this is number 17. We've made a very fun traditional red mix, lots of different finishes in the red to match this awfully jolly looking Santa. Look at him. I love it. So dapper. And then flip it over. Hi! It's another Santa. So we've pulled this turquoisey green out to be our shade of green here in our mix, and there's just a little sprinkle of crystal and white. So this soup goes really nicely with either side of this necklace. So you can decide which way you want to wear your pendant on any given day. This soup is going to go either way you want it. This is kit number 17. And then something a little different. I don't usually do this, but I had a few of this same pendant. So what I did for number 18 was it's the same pendant, but I made a different soup. So you can decide which you would rather have, if you wanted to have a turquoise soup or a red soup. So again, here's our hi Santa. So we just pulled out all these wonderful blue turquoise and made that super mod mid-century turquoise blue in there. And then look how Santa just like pops against that. I love it. This one's so cute. And if you're a collector of Christmas jewelry, I think you're really going to like this show because there are a lot of them that are different, right? You don't see this mid-century art so much as like atomic themed Christmas art. It doesn't come up as regularly. So I think this will be something really fun and new for your Christmas collection. Oh, with red, naturally. So that's 18. And then number 19, these are the vintage ornaments. I really like this. So it has like a fun teal for the background here and then a white Christmas tree. I can picture this tree and these ornaments. We used to have a box of ornaments just like this, right? With the turquoise and the pink and the gold and just like the really fun bright colors. And can you just picture it on like one of those like white tinsely silver trees? That's what we have an image of right here. And then on the back, some of that same turquoise family with a stocking on that. And then what is, can I read the small print? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. All right, so it just goes on and on about Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, which is perfectly reasonable sentiment, I think, to have on a Christmas stocking. So that's number 19. Oh, and we're going to grab that pink, and that's going to be the pop color for the fire polish. All right, I just have one more tray to show you. This is number 20. And this one, let me readjust my trays. So this is our classic snowman, jaunty, frosty here. And again, I was really trying to get something where you could flip the pendant over and wear it either way, right? So if I could put this on the red, but then like the red pendant's going to be lost. If I made a blue soup, then the blue frosty is going to be lost. So here I just have like the perfect sparkling snow, like the freshest, most magical snow. There, it's opaque, it's color lined, there's crystal, there's AB, just the most beautiful, sparkling fresh snow, so that either one of these snowmen can just pop against it. Right, so remember your kit will have one pendant. You can flip it over and wear it either way you want. And then we're going to have red for the spiral. So you're going to have a little bit of like a candy cane vibe, which I think is extra fun. When I do have one that's more of a traditional Christmas art, like older than mid-century. So here we have Santa in his workshop. He's painting a dollhouse. Has this whole color palette there. You can see all the fun details. So we went with a really nice traditional Christmas blend here. So we have several different shades of green, lots of sparkle. There's a little hint of gold. Have some of the actual like Duracoat gold in there, even though the price of gold delicas has gone insane. I'm like, yes, we need just a little sprinkle of gold in there because it makes everything pop. I just love that. And if you flip them over, you have Santa with a humongous bag of toys. So again, these are double-sided pendants, so you can decide which way to wear it forward, and either way, it's going to look great with that blend of delicas that you're going to braid up. And this is like right out of a 1950s Christmas card. This beautiful beautiful green holly that's leaning on that like turquoisey side of green, number 22. So we made this fantastic red blend with some opaque and some frosted and some sparkling silver lined in there to give us lots of depth to this red. It's a little hint of white, and then we're just picking up a little bit of that like wintergreen turquoise. Going to have the sparkly silver for our accent color and the fire polish. And then when you flip this one over, how fun is that? We have another vintage Christmas card design. This one is one of those white sparkly tinsel Christmas trees with some Christmas bells and lots of red here. So that's going to be really great against our red braid that we're going to make here. So we've got the red and the turquoise. This is really fun. And again, this is one of those that you probably don't have in your Christmas collection already. And then one more. So here we have those retro Christmas card with the bells, but here we're going to put this with the purple. So we have that beautiful, beautiful white frosted Christmas tree with the rainbow colors of bells. And we just played with all sorts of different soft purples and lavenders to get that right look there, and lots of sparkle in there. Isn't that pretty? And then when you flip this one over, there are the vintage ornaments. And look how the turquoise pops against the purple. So fun. So these are the new Picturesque kits. They're coming out on Friday, September 26th. That is tomorrow if you're watching this live. And these will be Picturesque necklaces. And again, this is what they look like. So you have your pendant, your fire polish, and your braid just continues